Supreme Court is going to rule on what some people are already calling the case of the century, and that is it will announce the fate of President Barack Obama's healthcare overhaul law. Nobody knows how the court is going to rule, but there are all sorts of different possibilities, and among them there's some major possibilities. The thing that could happen is they could uphold the law. The lower courts have divided on that, and some have upheld it. One has struck down a key part of it. And so if that happens, if the court upholds the law, basically the train keeps moving forward. One of the leading scenarios involves the court invalidating a key part of the law. Now, you've heard about the individual mandate. That's the requirement that basically virtually all Americans, it's the requirement that virtually all Americans have health insurance. If the individual mandate is struck down, there's a lot of speculation as to what would be the consequences, but you can bet two things. There'd be more uninsured, and health insurance would cost more for people who buy it individually on their own, not through an employer. Striking down the mandate and leaving the rest of the law in place is kind of complicated, but there's also another simple option, which is strike the whole law down. Now, one of the district court judges said that's the way to go, but none of the appeals courts have said that. One of the things that people don't talk about too much is whether they'll punt. There's a possibility they could punt, because this law is written so that it takes effect over a long period of time. The main parts of it haven't taken effect yet. They won't until 2014. They could say, well, come back and see us in a few years. It's unlikely, but they could do that.